could take you back to 1938 Nazi Germany. It was November 10th and my dad got arrested. He was standing in one of those, just a row of people, and he noticed there was an officer standing to his left. And he realized that he was standing so close that if my dad wanted to, he could have just reached out and touched him. So he did. He stepped forward, he approached the officer and said, "I don't think I belong here. I'd like to go home." And so there was an exchange of information and explanation, and the officer turned him over to Sergeant Opes. He was 22 years old, 5 years older than my dad. And Sergeant Opes took my dad into a room and told him to hide behind a door, an open door. And then he left. So my dad stood there with his heart pounding, as you can imagine, knowing that if someone were to find him, he would be shot on the spot. So Sergeant Opes came back and he had a form, he had a release form. He took my dad by the arm, took him out to the gate, let him go, gave him bus fare, and my dad left. My dad stepped out, and that is the tenacity, that is the perseverance, that is whatever that is inside of you that I talk about when I say the survivor archetype or innate leadership.
I really felt that Teri was an excellent speaker. She came across very well, very clear, and I really liked the points that she made regarding leadership.
Teri has an excellent sense of leadership, and her ability to coach leaders and CEOs to become even more effective is really outstanding.
I would challenge you to be intentional with your mentorship. When you see that spark, formalize that mentorship and help that leader, help that person get to be that leader that they're capable of being.
You know what I think is really cool about Teri is that she's a very good listener. Her fabric of her life adds so much to the conversation. And then she has the ability to kind of put it all in the can and give it back to you in a really direct way. And you need to hear that if you're trying to be coached from an executive level, because you spend a lot of time with people who are telling you what you want to hear. She's going to give it to you real, she's going to give it to you fast, and very methodical and well thought out. She's got a really good perspective on life.
I am a very conversational speaker. I engage the room, and I'm very direct. I get to the point very quickly. I'm an inspirational speaker. I am not a motivational speaker. I am one who connects with people one-on-one, even if there's 100 people in the room. You know, it's as if we're having a conversation, just the two of us. And that to me that's a lesson that I learned from other leaders who said, you make people feel like I'm the only one in the room.
One of her strengths is being able to deal with people who are at all levels of the company. I would bring her in as the CEO of a company, as I have, and I can see and have seen the ways that people at all levels of the company have benefited.
What I love about speaking is the reaction. I think that because of my conversational tone, people find themselves really engaged. I'm a storyteller, and I think people really walk away feeling like they were just having a conversation with me. This is how we create lasting change in our community, in our city, and out in the world. And I believe that to have a hand in helping someone build their greatness, build their leadership, is the impact which I think we can and should be measured by. Thank you.